Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the Ming and Moto Show. How you guys doing today? Doing pretty good. Today's gonna be a short, boring video. So I'm probably just gonna do kind of a simple 1 year review video on this bike real quick. I just put a new spark plug in this thing right, like not even 2 minutes before, like literally right before I started this video. The old one was all burned out and bike wouldn't even start, so far on the 1 year review for this bike, I don't have any problems with this bike. So far I really don't have any complaints for this bike, you know, and so I mean, the only thing I really have to complain about would be maybe the fact that it's a little bit too light at some points. Other than that, I really don't have any complaints on this bike. Other than that, the fact that it's too light sometimes where it needs to be heavy, and maybe it's too heavy at some points when it needs to be light, you know, so maybe the bike is just well balanced, but I'm not. But oh shit. But I'll tell you what, you know how I said in some of my old videos where this thing was kind of lacking in power? Personally, for me, it wasn't the bike lacking in power, it was the fact that, you know, majority of my videos that I made that y'all have already seen were made during the summer when it was like 120 to 5 degrees out here. And I don't know if y'all get the same type of heat as I do where you live at, but the heat just absolutely kills your bike for power, man, like, with no joke. I mean, I could literally have a loss of 25% of power, like 25-30% loss of power in the heat. And like, I know someone's probably gonna think to themselves or say, well, why are you riding in the hottest part of the day? Well, I'm not riding in the hottest part of the day during the summer. I mean, during the summer, like literally by 9 o'clock in the morning, it'll be 108, 110 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be out here by 7:30, 8 o'clock, you know, oh shit, and I'd ride for maybe an hour, and by the time I get done, my bike is just hot, and it's lost 25% power. But now it's winter time, like a bat out of hell. I mean, this is how I remember this bike being when I first got it back in January of 2018. So for all y'all that don't know, I bought this bike exactly on January 12th, 2018. Oh shit. So this is going to be a little bit of an early 1-year review, but that's alright. Oh shit. Hope to God that y'all can actually hear me over the bike and the little bit of wind noise. That's a real bad subconscious thing for me, because for you guys the bike isn't as loud and the wind noise isn't as bad, but for me, you know, it's super loud, so, and I can barely hear myself talking, so I just hope that, you know, you guys can actually hear me relatively well over the bike and the maybe possible little bit of wind noise. But anyways, as I was saying, was with the heat just robs this bike of power like there's no freaking tomorrow. And even if I'm out here 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning during the summer, it doesn't matter. It's still 95, 100, 110 degrees. And like right now, it's maybe about 55 degrees. And I'm talking about US and Fahrenheit, so that'd probably be about 12 and a half degrees Celsius. Yeah, about 12, 13 degrees Celsius for you guys that are on the Celsius system. And I know some of y'all are probably like, oh, that's not cool at all. Well, look at, oh shit. That was a hell of a save. Some of y'all are probably gonna be like, oh, the 55 degrees ain't cold at all, but because y'all are getting snow and whatever, and it's probably like 15 degrees or negative 10 or whatever. Well, what you gotta remember is out here in the desert, oh shit. Well, good thing I've seen that. What the fuck? Your snow creates insulation. It's not much insulation, but it's something. But out here in the desert, we don't have anything to block the wind, and we don't have anything to insulate ourselves from the heat, or from the cold, I mean. Because we're more acclimated to insulate ourselves from the heat than we are from the cold, which kind of does the same thing, but 55 degrees for us is like 25 degrees in reality. Well, maybe not 25, maybe like 35, 40 degrees with the wind chill factor. And then at night, like last night, it was 45 degrees here where I was at, where I live at. So, but it felt a lot colder than 45. So I found out the one thing I don't like about the Shinko 525 cheater tire I have. When it's cold outside, it doesn't grip for shit. I mean, y'all could probably see the fact in this video that I'm kind of squirrely as shit, and it's only because of the fact that yes, it's the air's cold, the dirt's cold, the tire's cold, but this tire should have been warmed up for the most part already, but and it's not because it's still cold out. So I'm only going so slow back here because this part of the road's always tore up. And yeah, we did get about 2 or 3 days worth of rain last week, right after I made my last video that you guys already seen, which was nice. It was today's Friday, so it was last Friday. No, last Wednesday and Thursday that we got the rain. So, no, yeah, so it was last Wednesday and Thursday I went riding and I made a video. But unfortunately, for some reason, my computer wanted to be an asshole and not upload my video from my camera, so unfortunately you won't see that video because I was having a problem with my camera connecting to, you know, or not a problem, the camera connecting, it's for some reason my computer wouldn't download the video that I had that I made last week. So, but yeah, anyways, enough rambling. Let's see, I thought, flashing green down there, or red, flashing one of those two colors. So yeah, I think I see the train coming down there. Anyways, so let me finish this video real quick. Yeah, so the 1 year review so far on this bike, I only have the hours meter on there, so miles wise I don't really know how many miles I've put on there. But I got like 28.3 hours on the bike, which would equate to about 350 miles or so, something like that. Maybe about between 350 and 400 miles. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about the bike at all. I just kind of wish that there was a bigger tank already on the bike, but I know that would have made the cost of the bike higher. But for the price of the bike, for what I paid for the bike, I kind of wish that they would have put a bigger tank on there and maybe like a black front brake cover or guard. You know, like those one or two things right there you know, for the price of the bike, they should have at least did that for the bike. And I know this is the SX, which is the supercross / motocross version, but you know, they gotta, you know, do half and half. You know, they gotta build half the bikes for track and then half the bikes for what I do, which is desert riding, because it's like, you know, not every single person that's gonna buy this bike is gonna buy it for the tracking. Not every person's gonna buy it for desert trail riding and all that shit. So, but you know, that's the only complaint that I have, is that it doesn't have the disc brake guard, which I would buy a black one, and then I'm gonna buy the bigger tank, like about a 3.5 gallon tank, somewhere around there. You know, I know they got the 3.1, 3.2, 3.5, and probably like a 3.7. So, but I'm gonna go something with around the 3.5 to 4 gallon tank, something that's not ridiculous to where the freaking filler tube sticking way the hell up here and all that. Like, no, I want to cover it more down there. Have the center, the weight further down towards the bottom of the bike. And but yeah, you know, really that's the only complaint that I have about that, is no front brake guard and such a small tank. And really, this the such a big muffler on it doesn't really bother me at all. I mean, I don't mind it at all, because it looks pretty cool for being stock. But they should have kind of maybe cut it off. That's about a good 5, 6 inches there. They should have made it about 6 inches shorter. You know, and that's the only thing that the only problems I see. But other than that, great bike. I love it. I mean, for what I paid for it, brand, like I said, I bought it brand new off the showroom floor. First bike I've ever owned, brand freaking new from the shop. And yes, as you see, January 12th, 2018. So it's not, today I think it's the 21st, December 21st. So a little bit shy of 1 year, but so far I don't have any complaints about it. I love the bike. It's quick as hell. And yeah, and then like this tire, like I said, it's got 5.5 hours on it now. I love it. Good tire. The only bad thing is it's cold weather, so. Oh shit, what the fuck? That's weird as shit. I've never seen that before. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? They're probably going to save or help another train down there. Huh, that must be interesting for y'all to see. It's interesting for me to see. But yeah, back in the day, they used to have 2 engines that used to sit down there at the train station, and they just sit there, and when the train's going that way, they used to hook up to the train to help get it over the hills down there in Cabazon area. And then when there's a train coming this way that needed help, you know, getting over the hills, they would connect and help pull it this way a little bit. But I don't know what the hell happened to them. You could tell someone else was riding here, and you've probably seen the trails in my video. Someone was out here on quads and shit. Yeah, see? Right there, one of there. Anyways, sorry for taking so long. If you guys have any suggestions on what you might want to see me do with the bike, like places to go or things to try or whatever on the bike, let me know. Be reasonable. Don't be like, oh, I want you to jump this, you know, 50-foot gaps. I'm not jumping shit. So I'm gonna try to get down to Ocotillo Wells here soon. Hopefully I can go New Year's weekend, because it gets crazy down there in Ocotillo Wells for New Year's weekend, but I just don't have anyone to go with. So, but anyways, catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks for joining the Ming and Moto Show.